Go live now. It's 3C2A basketball live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Coming up in a few minutes, Citrus and Antelope Valley, the women's first, the men's second. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff with you here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Welcome to Landcast, everybody. Mike Cepeda along with Jeff Stoynoff. Men's and women's basketball doubleheader here tonight on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Jeff, how you doing?
Michael, great to join you. Of course, another tough matchup in the Western State South with the Marauders welcoming in a Citrus team that comes in 7-13 overall, but coming off a heartbreaking loss earlier this week against Glendale College. The top team in the conference, they led by 13 late in the fourth quarter, only to have Glendale close on a 15-0 run to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. But it shows that this is an Owl team that is continuing to improve as they come to Lancaster here tonight, and they win the opening tap to get things underway. Rayanne Rayola in control, starts a drive. Back out to Giselle Garcia. Nunez gets it back. The three on the way is short. The Owls do struggle shooting the basketball, particularly from outside, where they average just under 3 made threes a game. They rely much more heavily on Giselle Garcia. Nunez in the low post for their offense. Ignacio works it to Taylor. Up top, Bailey Cassell battling the shot clock. It's down to 4. Now Ignacio's got to make something happen. Off to Cassell, and a shot clock violation to get things started for the Marauders. A good defensive set, talking to both coaches this week, and both coaches adamant that defense and rebounding really going to carry the day between these two teams here tonight.
It's a great job defensively on that opening possession for Citrus, really just holding their ground. ABC loses track of the shot clock.
Owls in the road black jerseys. You see Garcia Nunez in the high post, but they are sagging down with 3 defenders. And when we talk to Lene Barber this week, as Rayola starts to drive, goes to the left-handed scoop, she's fouled. But talking about Giselle Garcia Nunez, who leads the Owls in scoring, and mentioning that because of the trouble shooting the basketball that the Owls have had, Garcia Nunez tends to see double and even triple teams, and that's why to Lene Barber, she said, hey, to me, she's the best player in the conference. And then she did qualify herself quickly and say best low post player in the conference. But Giselle Garcia Nunez carries an awfully big load for this Owls team. Meanwhile, first free throw, no good. One more coming for Rayanne Raiola. Second free throw, no good. 0 for 2 for Raiola. So still scoreless. Figure this one to be a fairly low-scoring matchup between these two teams here tonight. Ignacio off to Cassell. Step back 3 for Cassell, no good. Hart battling for the board. It's on the floor, and Ignacio ends up with it. Finds the cutter. Good feed inside looking for Hart, but the steal for Escamilla.
Jeff, what do you often say? Go into the lane with the intent to shoot. That time Cassell lost opportunity, tries to feed it in the Hart, pass intercepted.
Yeah, thought she had Hart flashing to the basket, but that's a good play by Escamilla to get a hand in there and get the steal. We play on, no score. There's the double team on Garcia back outside. Mendoza looking to set up a play down to 4. Mendoza will fire from long range off the back iron. One and done as Cassell emerges with the ball for the Marauders. Ignacio hands to Cassell. Shot clock at 18. Cassell driving on Escamilla, and the foul on Escamilla. Cassell going to head to the line. Bailey Cassell averaging a little over 7 a game, 58.5% foul shooter. Seeing the replay here, and Mike, you often talk about it, and Escamilla does a pretty good job of staying in front, but then that arm goes down, and that's going to bring the call every time.
And a good job by Bailey putting the defender in jail. She gets separation between the ball and the defender using her body. Puts in 2 free throws. ABC with early lead.
So a couple of free throws for Cassell. The Marauders are on the board. The Marauders coming off an impressive win at Bakersfield. A 13-point win on the road. Both these teams at 500 in conference play. In the middle of the pack in the Western State South, which has a trio of teams at the top. Long 3 for Raiola, no good, and Taylor has the rebound.
Wednesday saw a Marauders sweep at Bakersfield. The men getting their first conference win of the season.
Lopez looking for her first shot. Has to kick it back out to Taylor. Still time on the shot clock, down to 13. Cassell directing traffic, gets an Ignacio screen. The 3 on the way, rimming no.
I like that shot.
Escamilla pulls down the rebound. Owls looking to get on the board. 6:37 and counting here in the first period. Garcia Nunez flashes high and hits the shot. And
that's tough.
Giselle Garcia Nunez, she's got that kind of range, and that's a pretty shot. Quick shot turnaround. Taylor even getting there for the double, Michael, but Garcia Nunez with purpose. Tied at 2. Cassell on the drive, goes to the right hand with the teardrop.
That's great
pretty
move
from
by
Bailey Cassell. Yep. She's got all 4 for the Marauders. 4-2. In the corner to Mendoza. Both these teams pretty short benches at this point in the season. Garcia in the low post, can't get the roll. And the ball on the floor, and Ignacio has another rebound. Of course, the bench got a little bit shorter for the Marauders, who lost Kalani Harris and Jordan Johnson due to ineligibility in the last couple of weeks. So now the Marauders short on the bench, and of course the Owls really only go about 7, maybe 8 deep as a general rule as well. First shot for Hart, the turnaround is short. That figures to be a good battle all night between Giselle Garcia and Courtney Hart, both focal points offensively for their respective teams. Escamilla's jumper is short. Rebound on the floor. They'll give chase, and it's out of bounds. No signal yet. It's going to stay with Citrus. Midway through the first.
That's a great job. Look at the replay here.
Off of Taylor.
No, wait a minute.
Oh.
No.
Riola giving chase as well. I think that's off of Taylor. I think they got it right, Mike.
I think you're right. Really great job hustling by both players.
Here comes Miracle Jackson. Miracle Jackson, very interesting story. In the Bakersfield game on Wednesday, it was a tie game at the half, and Antelope Valley pulled away in the second half, particularly in the fourth quarter, eventually winning it by 13. Miracle Jackson had 9 points and 5 rebounds in the fourth quarter alone, as the Marauders pulled away for the 13-point win. And perhaps with that fresh on his mind, Barry Green, talking about Miracle Jackson, talked about he likes to bring her off the bench because she can change the dynamic of a game with her athleticism.
Yep.
And no doubt that's what we saw in the fourth quarter at Bakersfield, as she dominated the action down the stretch for the Marauders in the win. Long three off the backboard, no good. And the long rebound out to Cassell. Cassell wants to run, finds Jackson running the floor, who lays it up and gets the roll. 6-2.
That's a great feed. Jackson maybe gets away with a bit of a shuffle there, but she finishes in traffic.
Nia Williams also on for the Marauders. And Michael, that is Miracle Jackson doing what she does best, the triple team on Garcia, and she's got a 3-point opportunity. Watch this here. Turnaround, that's just a lot of strength down low.
It's strength down low, but at the same time, you cannot allow her to get that position. You have to front. The problem with that possession defensively, the triple comes, but Garcia just goes right over the top of it, and there's really no one that can stop her. You have to prevent the ball from getting to her down low.
Garcia coming off a huge performance in the loss at Glendale, 21 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists. The 3 assists was a team high, and that's not altogether out of the ordinary for the Owls, as again, they like to run the offense through Garcia whenever they can, and she is a terrific passer. 6-5. Cassell on the drive, continues to be aggressive. Down she goes. She's fouled. Going to head to the line for a couple of free throws.
Great job. Inside out dribble. Look off the defender. Couple free throws coming. Bailey Cassell being a player.
Check there by Janet Alcantara, who has come on for Citrus. And first free throw up and good. And Michael Cassell, very aggressive here in this first period. And again, I think that goes back at least in part to Jordan Johnson not being in the fold anymore. Johnson averaging nearly 9 points a game, and that's offensive production that needs to be picked up. 8-5, the lead for AVC. Valdez across.
And there you
go. Try to feed it down low, looking for Williams, who's checked in as well.
Great job by Jackson denying.
Yeah, go ahead, Michael. Jackson with the steal. Now it ends up with Cassell driving at baseline. Finds an open Ignacio, who steps into the three around and out. Williams snatches down the board.
That's an impressive rebound by Williams, Jeff.
Williams, a big body at 6 feet. And again, talking to Lene Barber this week and talking about the Kayla Williams, very much looking forward to the matchup with Courtney Hart here tonight. Saying that she wants that defensive challenge right now. Hart's not on the floor, but keep an eye for that, as between Garcia and Williams, the Owls feel that they can match up with Courtney Hart down low without bringing a lot of double teams. Timeout taken on the floor. Let's keep it here with ABC leading it 8-5. 2:50 to go in the opening period.
Yeah, you like the early aggression from Bailey Cassell, really spearheading this attack. She has 6 of the 8 points for the Marauders. You like to see Lopez maybe get a little bit more involved offensively, open it up inside for everybody else. But the scouting report is out on Kristen, and she's going to have to do a better job of getting open and facilitating when the defense comes over, because she's being denied hard early on.
Yeah, Lopez right now yet to take a shot in this one. Of course, for the Owls, it's as it has been for much of the season. All 5 points for Giselle Garcia. And who will step up and pick it up in the loss, I should say, at Glendale? Gabriela Valdez had 6 threes in the game, and that was a welcome sight for Citrus, who has, again, struggled shooting the basketball this season. But Valdez can really pick that up as she looks to return to form, battling an ACL injury. Ignacio with the 3, rimming. No. Taylor on the offensive glass lays it in.
Sorry there, Story.
10-5. As Alyssa Taylor steps in, gets the offensive rebound. That's exactly what you can't have if you're Citrus. Looking back to the victory over Bakersfield earlier in the week, offensive rebounding was huge for ABC. The runner won't go, and the rebound pulled down by ABC. That was a pretty good look for Nisi Gonzalez, who herself is returning from injury. 10-5. Ignacio.
Foul, Jackson.
Blocked by Williams, but a foul before the shot's going to go on. Miracle Jackson setting the screen. What do you think there, Mike?
I think it's a pretty bad call.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. It looked like Jackson was pretty well set. The elbow's coming up there, and I think she's got to be able to get her face out of the way. 10-5. Gonzalez. They weren't sure that they were going to have Nisi Gonzalez tonight, but she is on here in the first quarter, and the turnover gives it back, and turnovers have also been a problem for the Owls this season. As a team, they average almost 23 a game. Interesting story involving Rayanne Riola, who plays significant minutes as the point guard in this team, but this was a team that was looking to have Catherine Goostrey returning for her sophomore year after a sensational freshman year. And Goostrey made a late decision to transfer. And Lene Barber looked at her returning sophomore, Rayanne Riola, and said, all right, you're the point guard now, and you're going to have to play pretty much all of the minutes as well. And Rayanne said, okay, but some last-minute adjustments as a good feed inside to Hart. And she gets the layup to go, and now it's 12-5. But this was an Owl team that had to do some shuffling right up to the start of the season. Gonzalez up top. Marauders with the 7-point lead. Garcia leaves it for Gonzalez. Open 3 on the way is good. Nisi Gonzalez knocks down the 3. 13% from long range, granted, in limited games for Nisi Gonzalez, but that looked like a pretty good release for 13%.
Yeah, I would say the 13% probably more indicative of a small sample size due to injury.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. Foul call.
Because that's a pretty good assessment, Jeff. I thought that looked pretty good. See it again. Yeah.
Well, and again,
great platform, solid follow through. Yeah, she can shoot.
In Lene Barber's own assessment, said, hey, listen, we have had some trouble shooting the basketball this season. We're hoping to get better and looking to get better. That went around and out for Cassell as it goes on, and that appears to be happening. Valdez with the three-point explosion as they nearly upset Glendale. Now Gonzalez returns to the fold, and if this Owl team could start to knock down some shots from outside, all of a sudden that makes Giselle Garcia even more of a weapon down low. And you
Meanwhile,
might see the Citrus team start to turn the corner.
Bailey Cassell continues to be aggressive, makes the adjustment. Defense shows a little help, and she dishes off for the assist.
Riola with the clock winding down. Scoop won't go. Rebound on the floor. Mendoza will try the baseline jumper, missed everything. And through one, ABC with the 14-8 lead. You're watching Marauder basketball here on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Go to settings, upper right, and then just go to cars. And then change the time to 10 minutes per. That's fine. Thank you.
Start of the second quarter. And ABC with the 14-8 lead. Owls with the basketball. Interior feed. Knocked down, but Giselle Garcia gets it back. 12-footer on the way off the back iron. Long rebound out to Lopez. 14-8. ABC with the lead and the ball. Both coaches talking about rebounding being so critical in this one. And the numbers after one period favor the Marauders, who had a 10-5 edge on the boards. A steal for Citrus. Back the other way. They pass on the three, and Mendoza will work it around. Valdez steps into a three and buries it. Well, she had 6 in the loss against Glendale and hits her first here tonight, and Citrus creeps back within 3. Cassell on the drive. The runner off the glass, no good, and a blocking call. Cassell heading back to the line. She's already 4 for 4 from the line. So Bailey Cassell, who already has 6. Back to the line. First free throw up and good. Cassell shoots just 59% from the line, but she's 5 of 5 so far tonight. One more in the air and short. Hart with the offensive rebound, lays it up and in. 3 the hard way for the Marauders, and they go back up 6. On the drive, layup good. Riola answers back for Citrus, 17-13. Ignacio now at the controls as Jackson hands off to Cassell. Cassell starts the drive on Escamilla. Lopez, 3 is good. Both teams heating up as Lopez knocks down her first 3. Kristen Lopez, the leading scorer for AVC, takes about 9 threes a game, shoots at 37%. Hits the first here. They look to feed it down low, but good anticipation in the steal. And a chance now for the Marauders to extend on the 7-point lead. Jackson holding up front. Up top looking for Lopez. And the steal by Valdez. Valdez will bring it back out. Around a Garcia screen. The 3 rimming no. Hart has the rebound for AVC. Marauders want to run quickly back the other way. Lopez in the corner. Ignacio passes on the three. Now finds Hart open from 15. She knocks it down.
Okay. I see it, Courtney.
We saw the step back shot from Garcia earlier, and Hart mirrors the skill set quite well for AVC, and she is comfortable facing up and hitting that shot from long range. Mendoza's three around and out. Jackson had her hands on the rebound but can't maintain control.
Look at this.
And another chance for the Owls.
That's a great job by Courtney Hart. I want to see that one more time. Hands ready, feet ready, steps into it. Boom.
Yeah, Courtney Hart, interesting story off the court, but she was a player who really had retired from basketball after playing in high school, didn't really have a desire to continue the college career, did have some family tragedy, losing her father in recent years, and had maintained contact with Berry Green, with Antelope Valley College, made the decision that maybe she would like to come back, get herself back in school, and wanted to make basketball part of it, and she has really grown in this program. But as Lopez knocks down another three, Hart, what a welcome addition for a player that maybe had waved bye-bye to the game of basketball there, Michael, for at least a brief period. What a find. Meanwhile, what a find on the pass to Escamilla, who lays it up with the left hand. Both teams picking it up offensively, the Marauders with the 8-point lead. Williams. Hands to Lopez. Lopez checked by Madison Salisbury, who's come on. Miller on the drive, contact, and the foul going to go against AVC. Well, I made reference to these teams, I should say, I suppose, sometimes employing a short bench, but they're making a liar out of me here tonight, Michael, as both coaches going deep into the bench here in this first half. Salisbury on the drive, lost the handle. Lopez emerges. It's a 2-on-2, but now the Owls getting back defensively, and the Marauders will set up. Bucket here would give them a double-digit lead. Jackson off to Miller. Miller checked by Valdez. Lopez will try again from three. The heat check off the back iron. The long carom. Ignacio tries to play it off Salisbury.
I think she did.
And she did. Well, for those that maybe have not watched a lot of Marauder basketball, welcome to Bridget Ignacio. Just a very heady player, well coached, coming out of a very successful high school program in New Mexico, and comes here and just one of those players who puts herself in the right spot, tends to make the right play. And Berry Green says, hey, the only thing I'd like to see from Bridget Ignacio is a little more aggressiveness, because she's an awfully good scorer, and we'd like to see her shoot a little bit more so we can take more advantage of that. But she came from a program where they really preached unselfishness, and it was a strong program, and she's just not accustomed to really shouldering a lot of the offensive load individually. And they're obviously happy to work with that, but again, it just doesn't come naturally to her to really do a lot on her own. Travel by Jackson. 4:58 remaining here in the first half. 25-17. ABC with the lead. Staying with the Bridget Ignacio point, I should point out, Michael, that I thought it was fascinating. Mentioned that Bridget Ignacio's family, she comes from a Native American background. And Berry Green said that, hey, part of it was also that she comes from that culture, which can be, in his words, somewhat tribal and very communal.
Yeah.
And that is part of her ethos as a player, is to be in that team aspect and not think of it individually. Getting the roll, it's Raiola. A long two, 25-19. No, they're going to call it a three. Shot and a long rebound and another chance with Ignacio.
Does have the green light from out there.
They try to feed it down low, and the pass broken up and stolen. Open shot on the way is good. The high arcer. The Owls shooting the ball very well here in this first half. And it's 25-23. It's 25-21. Okay, so they are going to call, that was definitely a 2, but they're also going to call the previous basket a 2 as well. So it's a 4-point game.
It's 25-23. 25 all.
And the Owls running the floor, scoring again, under 4 to go, and now it's Barry Green that wants a timeout. 25-23. The Owls within 2. It's Marauder basketball and SoCalCollegeSports.com.
25 all. Should be 25-25. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, it was 25-20. They just went on 5-0. Was that a 3 or a 2? 20, that was a 2 or a 3?
Sorry here, Jeff. We're trying to get some resolution on the score. This 3. Okay, so 25-25. All right, so right now we have it at 25-25. I'm going off him. Jeff, are you with me?
(25-23), I believe. Hart, double team down low, goes to the turnaround, shot off the glass, around and out. They battle for the rebound, and the whistle comes in. Escamilla down on the floor for Citrus, but it looks like the ball heading back to the Owls.
We have
still looking at Jocelyn Escamilla. And the team foul. Let's watch there. You see Escamilla come on the double team, and now let's watch on the rebound. Oh, yeah, just gets a shot there
Courtney
from
Hart
Giselle Garcia. Yeah. It looked like it was from her own teammate, and that's one of those things that happens, but they're taking a look at Jocelyn Escamilla. But Rianne Riola, who struggled from the field in the loss against Glendale in the previous game, has come on here in the second quarter. She's now got 8 to lead all scorers in this one. So that's a nice bounce back for Riola. And the Owls have the basketball. They can tie this one or take the lead with a long one.
We do have clarification. It is 25-23. Sorry here, Jeff. Just getting things worked out.
2 out of 6 from long range for the Owls in this one. And again, as a team, they hit just under 3. Turnaround for Williams off the glass is good. It's an 8-0 run for the Owls. They have tied it at 25. Kayla Williams on the replay gathers and shoots over Cassell.
Offense.
Gets the bucket. Again,
Travel.
Hart shuffled her feet as they bring the double team. Interesting with Williams and Garcia both on the floor together. It's a big lineup, but still Courtney Hart enough of a weapon that they're bringing the double team. Now the Owls looking for the lead. Shot forced up by Garcia, no good, but Williams gets on the offensive glass. It's a 10-0 run, and the Owls have the lead. That's a tough assignment for Taylor, trying to keep Williams off the boards.
Everybody has to be
Williams.
in rebounding.
Shot from outside for Lopez, no good, but a whistle on the rebound. Citrus has the ball again, a 2-point lead and the basketball. Big second quarter for the Owls, who trailed it by 6 after 1. Valdez out to Mendoza. 3 on the way, no good. Long rebound outside. They'll try again with Valdez from way downtown.
Jeff, you talked about
Gabriella Valdez, who hit 6 threes in the loss to Glendale. A couple here tonight, a 13-0 run for Citrus. They lead it by 5. Do you need a timeout perhaps if you're Barry Green here?
Jeff, you talked about the matchup versus Glendale and the heartbreaker on Wednesday. Well, you see right there the ability to, another travel, you see the ability to really put points up in a hurry. Ignacio check back in, come on for Hart. And right now, Marauders very small. The boards could be an issue.
Well, they're getting a couple of players back. Valdez has been available, but she has been battling injury really all season long, but starting to get back into form. She was an extremely successful high school player, playing in high school with Giselle Garcia, CIF champions for those two in high school, and they come together to Citrus, and getting Valdez all the way back could be absolutely key for this team, as she is a significant offensive weapon. Meanwhile, Rayola fouled and will head to the line for a couple of free throws. But, Michael, giving Glendale all they want and more, you sense that this is an Owls team that's maybe starting to come together about this time in the season, getting some players back into the fold and gaining in confidence. And now they've got a 6-point lead as this run continues. 15 straight in the lead, now up to 7. Minute 26.
I don't know if
remaining
she
and
traveled.
another traveling call.
Does she travel here?
Turnover. Well, we'll see
No,
it here.
That's not a travel. The look at the pivot foot. Is it up before the ball gets out of her hand? No, it's still down.
Yeah, if we ran that back a little bit further, I think there was kind of an awkward move that might have caught the eye of the official, but I agree with you.
Bucket
Not
on the other
sure
end.
that I see where the traveling call is there, but it was a little awkward. And now it's a 9-point lead as the Owl run continues, and the Marauders are
Can't
really
stop walking.
piling up the turnovers here in this second quarter. Take a look at what the numbers are overall, but this is a spate of turnovers and an Owl team that is sky high in terms of confidence. The 3 from Valdez won't go. Well, that was a major heat check for Valdez and the Owls, who have rattled off 17 unanswered. Jackson working on Williams. They get it up top. Ignacio steps into a 3, rimming no. Jackson gets on the offensive glass, lays it in.
Jackson comes in out of nowhere.
Well, she's so active
Timeout.
and really can change the tenor of a game with that speed and athleticism. Timeout on the floor. 21 seconds remaining in the first half. Citrus with the 7-point lead. It's Marauder basketball on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
I look back now and realize that I didn't have the opportunities. Back then I didn't know any better. I knew it was coming, and I remember back then we talked about it as the equal rights. I didn't know that I was supposed to have those opportunities. I was just frustrated that my brother got to do it and I didn't.
It's just amazing, but I think this 50th anniversary has given us an opportunity to celebrate and to know that our female coaches can figure out how to be mothers, how to live lives, and how to be successful coaches, and they're now the role models to their student athletes.
Owls can play for the final shot here in the first half, leading it by 7. Rayola up top. Now starts a drive, flips it up with the left hand, too strong off the glass. Ignacio off to Taylor, down to 3 seconds, and Cassell gonna just hold it, and the Marauders will head into the break, trailing it by 7 as the Owls close the first half on a 17-2 run, 34-27 at the half. You are watching Antelope Valley College basketball here on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
started the Community Athletic Project back in 2018, and it was a way for us to give back to the community, the young people of the community. This golf tournament is this golf tournament gives us an opportunity to say thank you to everybody, to say thank you for being a part of this. Let's get out and have a good time playing some golf and have fun and enjoy ourselves and have a communal opportunity to say thank you.
And we got some perfect weather for it.
Absolutely. You know, last year we had 115 degrees. This year we're at 80, and it's beautiful and nice little breeze.
So I was just beginning junior high and high school when Title IX came about. And I remember the opportunities for my brother, my older brother, but there were no opportunities for my sister and I outside of school.
In those days, we went and changed into these ridiculous one-piece shorts outfits if you were a girl.
I remember we wore the jumpsuits. We didn't really feel like athletics.
Every decision that we make as administrators, we have to look at it through the lens of Title IX. I think that we have to see how does it affect other programs, our student athletes, and how we are providing access and opportunities for our student athletes.
You see a lot of athletes, male and female, who haven't yet peaked when they're in high school. You know, they may have been doing soccer, either at school, club soccer, whatever it is, whatever sport it is. They may not be good enough to have been recruited right into a D1, 2, or 3 school. They still want to compete. They may or may not think they have an opportunity to go to a 4-year after that. But what they know is that athletics is really important to them and they want one last chance.
We don't ever want to go backwards. We want to get better and better and better. And I would say as we improve women's athletics, we're also going to improve men's. There's always room for improvement in everything we do. So if you improve one, the other one's going to come along too.
What I learned in my first semester in college was that I could run. And so I took a running class. I got into running. I lost 50 pounds. and I started doing half marathons. And that was really transformational for me. Never would have been competitive, but what a difference it made for my personal psyche, my personal health, body image, all kinds of things. If we didn't have athletics in colleges, community college or otherwise, my ability to have taken that running class, to have found that something inside of me that clicked with, I wouldn't have had it. And so it's really important that we provide that opportunity, team sports or not, because it's so impactful for students when they come to us.
We started the Community Athletic Project back in 2018, and it was a way for us to give back to the community, the young people of the community. This golf tournament is this golf tournament gives us an opportunity to say thank you to everybody, to say thank you for being a part of this. Let's get out and have a good time playing some golf and have fun and enjoy ourselves and have a communal opportunity to say thank you.
And we got some perfect weather for it.
Absolutely. Last year we had 115 degrees. This year we're at 80, and it's beautiful and nice little breeze.
Getting ready to start the third quarter. And Citrus with a 7-point lead. And they will, or rather, ABC will have the ball first. Like, you take a look at some of the numbers in the first half, and a number that immediately leaps out at you for the Owls, 11 assists against just 4 turnovers in the first half. This is a team that averages just under 11 assists per game as a team and up near 23 turnovers a game for the season. That is an unbelievable turnaround, and it speaks to how well they have played in the first half. But ABC gets it going immediately here in the third quarter as they get it to Hart down low, who scores on the turnaround to make it a 5-point game. But if the Owls can keep up those kind of numbers, it could be a tough hill to climb for the Marauders here in this second half. Garcia comes up shooting, rimming no. Hart bats the rebound to herself.
Good job by Ignacio.
Good news.
Challenging on the shot.
The good news for ABC was on the boards, where they had a 20-9 edge in rebounding in the first half. They'll need to keep that going into the second half. Ignacio passes on the 3, out to Taylor. They'll work it to Hart down low again, into the lane. Turnaround won't go, but a foul called. This will go against Garcia.
Yeah, hits on the arm. That's an easy call.
For Garcia, it's just her first foul. Hart coming off a 17.7 rebound performance in the win over Bakersfield. That was in just 18 minutes before she fouled out. So the production, as it has been all season long, was extremely high, even in the short minutes. She scored the first 3 of the third quarter with one more free throw coming. She now leads the Marauders with 8 points, make it 9. And back within 3. So Barry Green needing to get something going here in the third quarter, goes right to Courtney Hart for 4 quick points. And the Marauders start to cut into the deficit. It's down to 3. Valdez nearly stolen by Cassell. Not a surprise to see Cassell on Valdez. Barry Green loves to match up Bailey Cassell with the top scorer on the other team. He will absolutely play matchups, and she forces the turnover here as Valdez loses the handle.
She never went past midcourt.
And Cassell might have gotten away with a bump. That the turnover comes first, and a quick timeout for Lene Barber here early in the third. ABC trailing it by 3 on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Marauder basketball. They could tie it up with a long one here. Ignacio at the controls. Hands off to Taylor, drives the lane, kick out to Cassell. Cassell into the lane, among the trees, gets it to Hart, kick at the roll. But another rebound for Taylor. Taylor getting on the offensive glass again. Cassell will try for 3, rims high, no good. Hart giving chase and has the rebound. Another chance for the Marauders. Lopez out of the double team. Cassell drives the lane, puts up the runner, no good. And the rebound off to Escamilla.
That's a great sequence. Unfortunately for ABC, they come up empty. Great effort, second chance opportunities.
Escamilla kicks it outside. Open 3 for Riola, no good. And Taylor again for the rebound.
Jeff, Taylor's been pretty active on the boards herself.
Yeah, Alyssa Taylor, just one of those hard-nosed ball players Barry Green talked about. What a great job she's done for this team, just doing whatever he asked her to do. And Cassell with another offensive rebound, and the Marauders starting to really dominate on the boards in this one, and that was a concern for Lene Barber coming into this one. Both these teams rebound well statistically for the season.
A great pick.
But it was going to be key, looking for Hart on the pick and roll, and the whistle going against AVC.
Was it a travel? Travel, yeah.
Actually, we just caught the tail end of the screen.
Yeah, Ignacio, you see here, kind of shuffles the pivot foot on the entry.
That was a tremendous screen for Courtney Hart.
It was great.
Rayola goes to the crossover. Left-handed scoop is good. Rayanne Rayola in double figures with 10.
That can't happen if you're Courtney Hart. You got to step in front, make her shoot over you.
36-31. I should correct myself. Rayola has 12 in the game. So she got two by me there, Michael. I don't remember it. Whistle on the pass by Taylor. The foul going to go against Gabriela Valdez for Citrus. And AVC will bring it in. Baseline right with Hart. .18 on the shot clock. Ignacio feeds Hart down low. Shot off the glass, around and out. Williams pulls down the rebound for Citrus. The Owls with the 5-point lead in the ball. Rayola outside. Felicity Mendoza on the drive, dribbled it off her foot, but recovered by Garcia. Garcia starts to back down on Ignacio. Turnaround shot, rimming no. Rebound off to Hart. Kind of a lazy pass by Hart, and it's intercepted by Mendoza, so a chance for the Owls as they get the steal in the backcourt. And a foul committed by AVC. It's going to go against Bailey Cassell. Just the first on Cassell. Marauders had 12 turnovers in the first half. They're now up to 14 in the game, but the second quarter was a certified nightmare for AVC as the Owls came storming back to take the lead. Mendoza with the runner, no good, missed everything, and Hart pulls down another rebound, Courtney Hart. That's just 6 rebounds, but Mike, that number feels low. I feel like every time I look up, Courtney Hart's pulling down another board.
Trying to get Lopez running the baseline here. Step back.
Lopez with the 3, no. Hart with another rebound.
Right on cue.
Outside, Ignacio, open 3, no good.
Man.
Boy, halfway down for Bridget Ignacio. Struggling from the field. She's 0 for 4 from three-point range. Meanwhile, Rayola trying to go coast to coast, and she's fouled.
That should have been.
It's going to go out of bounds.
It should have been a jump ball. That's all ball, Jeff. And how is that, if it's not a foul or a jump ball, how is that not off Rayola? Man, ball don't lie.
An excellent question. Mendoza tries the 3, missed everything. And it's a 5-point lead for the Owls. I started to mention that Ignacio 0 for 4 from long range here in this one, but Mike, on at least 2 or 3 occasions, they've been some good-looking shots that have just missed, but can't seem to find the range right now. But I think if you're AVC in this one, Bridget Ignacio needs to keep taking those shots. Shot clock winding down. Hart puts it on the floor, has it stripped, and the shot clock violation will give it back to Citrus.
Another great defensive set for Citrus. We saw it to open the ball game. Their opening defensive set that resulted in shot clock violations. That's the second one here tonight. Hart unable to get one off.
Felicity Mendoza. Williams back on, so they go again with the big lineup up front with Williams and Garcia on the floor. Rayola will try for 3, rimming no good. Hart battling for the board with Williams, and a jump ball in the arrow. Trying to see who's it favoring. Is it favoring AVC? No, Citrus, I believe. No, they're going to give it to ABC. I'm looking right at the scoreboard. They lob it down low, and Garcia gets the roll, 38-31. Okay, it was Citrus that had the arrow. And the Owls back to their halftime lead of 7. The runner for Ignacio rims out.
They can't buy a bucket.
Rebound off to the Owls. Not getting a lot of kind rolls here so far in the third quarter. Long way to go. Mendoza on the drive, flips it up. No good, foul called. Should say that was Riola.
And you see Cassell kind of leaning in, gets it with the body.
So that will send Riola to the line. Rayanne Riola with 12 points to lead the Owls here in this one, but misses on the first free throw. Riola on the season does hit the second. She's a 68% foul shooter. Both these teams have struggled somewhat from the line, both teams shooting under 60%. Hard drive for Cassell, fouled by Williams. And Bailey Cassell going to get herself back to the line.
Sometimes you just need to see a couple go in, whether it be in play or at the stripe, and Cassell will have her end at a couple here. Sorely needed points on the board for AVC.
Yeah, a lot of spot-up shooting for AVC. They're trying to, Mike, get it to Courtney Hart down low and then seeming to kind of spread the floor, looking for open shots off a touch by Hart. And I think it was a good move by Cassell to put the basketball on the floor, try to get something going toward the basket. She's not rewarded as she misses both free throws. But obviously spreading the floor against this very long and athletic Owl team has proven to be difficult. Cassell off the steal, kicks it outside. Lopez passes on the three. Ignacio, 4-3, no good. Rebound on the floor. Jackson battling. Well, they go down as it's Garcia working against Cassell. And it's going to stay with Citrus. Or I should say going to stay with ABC as Lopez will bring it in. Baseline right. First appearance here tonight for Rihanna Clofia, who comes on for Citrus. Fresh shot clock. Lopez open for three and knocks it down. Well, that's a rare open look for Lopez, particularly here in the third quarter. She finally got herself free. She's got 9. And AVC back within 5. Near steal. Riola kicks it out to Valdez. 4-3, no good. Back iron, and Taylor has the rebound.
Great find.
Taylor finds Jackson, who lays it in.
What a find in transition. Taylor takes the reins. Jackson finishes on the other end.
Man, boy, Jackson running the floor, so dangerous.
Like
again, beating everybody down the floor. Escamilla too strong with the shot from 18. 39-36. This is Miracle Jackson. Starts a drive, pulls up from 10 feet, and gets the roll. Miracle Jackson playing with a lot of confidence. She's hit all 4 of her shots in this one. She has 8 points. And a 7-0 run for AVC. They're within 1. Under 2 minutes to go in the third. Escamilla. Jackson nearly had the steal. Clofia in a crowd forces one up. No good. They battle for the boards. Escamilla's follow won't go. Jackson finally corrals the rebound for the Marauders. They can take the lead on this possession. Taylor into the front court. Nice run by the Marauders with Courtney Hart not on the floor. Cassell, shot clock at 10. Around the Jackson screen. Little hesitation. steps through, great pass, the layup won't go. Jackson with the offensive rebound. It's on the floor, and Lopez has it. Marauders still looking for the lead. Good feed to Jackson, who lays it up and in.
God, Bailey Cassell on fire, finding her teammates.
6 assists for Cassell. And the 9-0 run gives the Marauders the lead at 40-39.
Yeah, don't you be shortchanging Bailey here, Jeff. She's going to come to your house and let you know about it.
I was going by memory, and that'll teach me. Raiola will try to answer. The iron unkind, and the rebound out of bounds will belong to Citrus.
Let's watch the assist here. Look at the find through traffic.
I'll tell you, she almost had a chance there at the Larry Bird pass between the legs on Kofia.
Trying to go 5-hole.
She went around it, but that was almost a possibility.
Got a box out.
Long three on the way for Valdez is no good, and Jackson the one-armed rebound. AVC has come back after trailing by 7. They have limited the Owls to 5 points here in the third quarter. And they can play for the final shot. Jackson will take the shot from 15. Courtney Hart, who has returned, had the rebound momentarily, but couldn't keep it. And Citrus now will have one more chance in a one-point game. Long shot. Long shot there at the buzzer, no good. And through 3, AVC with a 1-point lead, 40-39. It's Marauder basketball on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Start of the fourth quarter. AVC on top of Citrus 40-39. First of 2. Men's game coming up directly after this one. Here from Newton Gillette Court on the campus of Antelope Valley College. Happy you've joined us. Raiola, Rhonda high screen. Back out to Escamilla. Trying to feed Garcia, and the pass broken up and stolen. Taylor running the break, but the Owls do a good job getting back. Cassell passes on the 3. Starts to drive Lopez. And she walked as Mendoza closed out on the 3.
2 opportunities there for AVC to take open shots. Lopez right here, just go up with it.
Been a struggle from three-point land for AVC in this one. They're 3 of 17 as a team, and all 3 have come from Lopez. Meanwhile, Escamilla steps into a 3 and knocks it down. That gives the Owls the lead. But, Mike, I wonder, as Cassell has been so effective driving the lane, but everybody except Lopez yet to find the range from three-point range, and does that start to get into your head maybe by the fourth quarter of a game? Cassell will elect to drive again, pulls up from 12 feet, can't get the roll. Jackson battling for the board. It's still loose. Knocked out of bounds. It will stay with ABC through 3 periods. ABC with a 34-16 edge on the boards. And that has been key in what is now a 2-point game. Taylor in the corner. Lopez, corner three. Good!
That's great action.
Kristen Lopez with 12.
Well, the most dangerous person on an inbounds play is the person inbounding the ball, and Lopez delivers.
She shoots 37% from three-point range. On the season, she's 4 of 8 tonight. 1 point lead. Mendoza.
Got to go down and
Feeds
dig.
Garcia. The triple team on Garcia and the foul called. Who's it going to go on?
Probably on Jackson, I would assume.
No, I think they're going to get Hart coming in there.
Yeah, that is Hart. Man, Hart gets a lot of ball there, Jeff. Let's look at it one more
Second
time.
foul on Courtney Hart.
That's right. I mean, that's ball. First free throw, no good.
Giselle Garcia, who has 11 points in the game, shoots 56% from the foul line. Averages 15.6 a game on the season. One more to possibly give the Owls a tie. Well, this has been a pretty good opening act. 0 for 2 for Garcia. Men coming up, and that should be fun as well. The Owls, always tough.
State powerhouse.
Program. Yeah, so much success over the years, and that will be a stern challenge for John Taylor and company coming up later tonight.
Great find. Oh,
Jackson on the cut. And the pass out of bounds, but off of Citrus. So a break for AVC as they have Lopez, Taylor,
same play.
Cassell, Hart, and Jackson on the floor right now. Jackson on the offensive glass. Follow won't go. Hart and one.
Great activity by Jackson to keep that one alive. Hart right there, clean up the mess, and one. She was fouled by Escamilla.
I'll tell you, Hart, Michael, so fundamentally sound as she comes down with that rebound. Ball doesn't come down at all.
Great point.
Goes right back up. That draws the foul. She's got the strength to put it in. Give them the 45-42 lead. Now looking for a 4-point lead. No good. But Jackson almost had another rebound, but Mendoza tracks it down in the corner.
I feel like Courtney
Well, I'll
rushed
tell you.
that free throw.
Good luck getting Miracle Jackson, getting a body on Miracle Jackson.
Yeah.
She is everywhere.
A player possessed right now on the
Escamilla.
boards.
Just hit a three from that spot moments ago. Mendoza gets it back. She'll try for three off the glass. No good. Hart lost the handle. Escamilla just throws one up as she's fouled, and she'll head to the line for a couple of free throws.
That'll be the third on Courtney Hart.
Jocelyn Escamilla. Also been battling some injuries throughout this season. Originally went to Cal State Long Beach not to play basketball, but just purely academically. But didn't really take to it. Wanted to step back and take some time, headed to Citrus, and another find in the basketball program. For Lene Barber, misses on both free throws. Owls missing some chances at the line. Both teams have here in this fourth quarter. We'll see if that is part of the story before it's all said and done in what has been a nip and tuck affair. Ignacio at the controls for AVC. Gets a Jackson screen. Three on the way. No good. Rebound pulled down by Escamilla. And now it's Valdez. Mentioned Valdez and the high school success at Northview High School, a CIF championship, playing alongside Giselle Garcia. And going back to high school, Gabriela Valdez was a point guard, but with the ACL injury, some concern about full mobility for her, and the decision was made to not saddle her with the responsibility of playing the point guard position while coming back from injury. But she does have the ability, and as the knee continues to heal, that is a role that Gabriela Valdez can and will play for this team. Cassell, good feed to Jackson. Again, fouled. She'll head to the line for a couple of free throws.
Man, how about Bailey Cassell threading the needle again?
We've seen some dimes. And, you know, Mike, it's sometimes overlooked, and I know this is something that we've talked about, but, flashing to a spot, making yourself available for a pass, finding those spots on the floor, that is part of the equation, too. And I think that's where you got to give certainly Miracle Jackson, also Courtney Hart, some credit. They are making those little moves, those little cuts to find those open spots and make themselves available. But we have seen some dimes here tonight.
Yeah, they're making
46-42.
You're exactly right, Jeff, in that they're making themselves available in space, creating those lanes, and then catching the ball. Sometimes that seems like the easiest thing. There.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Jackson gets a hand in but doesn't have the steal. Shot from the key, rimming no good. Rebound on the floor. Riola's follow won't go. Now it's the Owls with another chance. It's Escamilla. Scores with the right hand, 46-44. Back to a 2-point game. Escamilla has been the Owls' answer for Miracle Jackson on the boards here tonight for Citrus. She's got 7 points and 8 rebounds. Midway through the fourth.
Coach Green not happy with that offensive set. He's trying to position his players in a specific play, and not everybody on the same page.
Jackson working on Escamilla, goes to the drive, no foul call.
Foul.
Cassell with the offensive rebound and a foul call down low on Citrus. It's going to go against Riola. Rayanne Riola with her first foul. The advantage on the boards for AVC in this one, offsetting what would have to be one of the best performances for Citrus in terms of taking care of the basketball in this one. Talked about turnovers being an issue for this team on the season, but they have just 7 turnovers as a team with 5:30 to go in the fourth quarter. I can't quite look it up right now, maybe if we have a break, but Michael, I'll bet you some money in my pocket that is approaching, if not a season low, for the Owls this season. And where would ABC be without the advantage they've had on the boards to offset that? (46-44).
Watch out for Lopez here on the baseline out of bounds.
Goes right to the corner. That's a good job by Mendoza to stay with her. Cassell pulls up from 15, no good. Rebound coming right at you. And say hello to Courtney Hart. But the basketball going to belong to Citrus. Trailing it by 2. Garcia working on Jackson with the runner. Can't get the roll.
Look at Taylor
Rebound
again.
on the floor, and it's Taylor who digs it out. Who else? Taylor just gets her nose right in there. That's what she does for this AVC team. Guarded closely by Valdez. Under 5 to go. Taylor gets it outside to Cassell. Cassell. They try to trap Cassell. Now the whistle comes in.
Timeout.
And a timeout taken by AVC. Well, a half-court trap for Citrus proving to be effective, and the Marauders have to burn a timeout with 4:42 remaining in the fourth. They lead it by 2. Alyssa Taylor will bring it in baseline left for the Marauders. Eight on the shot clock. Looking for Hart down low. Garcia with the near steal. Now they have the steal with Valdez. And Valdez will back it out. Escamilla at the foul line. Baseline jumper is good for Mendoza.
Good action there.
First two tonight for Felicity Mendoza. Mendoza came to the basketball program after a number of years spent playing softball. And Renee Barber talking about having her on this team. And I asked if Felicity Mendoza was still playing softball and said, nope, she's made the transition completely. Riola with the steal, going coast to coast, can't get the layup to go. Taylor chases down the rebound. Still tied at 46. Jackson in the open floor, Lopez, step back three, in and out. Rebound battle with Taylor and Escamilla, and a whistle comes in. Foul going to go against Miracle Jackson. And for Jackson, it's her second. All tied at 46, down to 3:44 remaining in the ballgame. Well, after a hot shooting second quarter, particularly for Citrus, in the second half, this one has settled into more of the physical defensive battle that both coaches anticipated. Mendoza can't get the bounce, but has the long rebound. Back out to Valdez. Around a Garcia screen. Valdez still dancing on the dribble. Gets the screen from Garcia. Lopez steps in front for the steal. It's a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Lopez on the drive, foul by Valdez.
2 shots. Both teams in the bonus.
In the penalty, so indeed Lopez going to head to the line for a couple of free throws. Kristen Lopez, an outstanding foul shooter, 85% on the season. Hits the first free throw. Kristen Lopez finishing up her career here at AVC, played substantial minutes right out of the box as a freshman, and of course has emerged as a leader for this team in her sophomore season. Looking to continue her basketball career, and Barry Green says looking at a few options, but expecting that Kristen will find something in the NAIA level to move on. And talking about shooting 37% from three-point range, but saying that if you want to move to the next level, you really want that number to be at 40, and that's what they're shooting for. She's 4 of 10 tonight. Mendoza's jumper rattles home, tied again at 48. A couple of big buckets for Felicity Mendoza here in this fourth quarter. All tied at 48. Lopez, long three, missed everything, but another offensive rebound. This time it's Ignacio. Shot clock at 11. It didn't reset. Cassell. Standing dribble, gets a screen from Jackson. She'll try for a three, no good.
Man.
Rebound off to Escamilla.
The rim has not
Winding
been kind in
towards
this second half here, Jeff.
2:04 and counting. Remaining in the game, Riola gets a screen from Escamilla. On the drive, good anticipation from Kristen Lopez, who has the steal. Cassell on the break, on the drive to the glass, missed the layup. Taylor trying to keep it alive and does. It's on the floor and a whistle comes in.
Jeff, look at that again. It's Taylor again keeping that play alive. She's going to fly in. Nobody's going to box her out. Keeps it alive. Is it a foul on the floor? It is. So Garcia with the foul. 2 shots coming to Bailey Cassell.
Yeah, the work ethic for the Marauders in this one is really striking. You're seeing a lot from Jackson and Taylor. And, Mike, you put your finger right on it when you say nobody puts a body on them. And if you don't, you see Jackson and Taylor in particular running right to the front of the rim and
Jeff,
looking for those second chance points.
Jeff, as you said, she's got a nose for the ball.
Tied at 48. And free throws coming for Bailey Cassell. Cassell with 7 points in the game, 5 of 8 from the line. See, Cassell had 6 points in the first quarter. But after that, the Owls have done a pretty good job at least holding her out of the scorebook as she misses the free throw.
That's her third missed free throw here tonight. Got to hold it.
Another big free throw coming.
Better. And 10.
Gets the second. She's got 8. Marauders with the 1-point lead, 49-48.
Got a good one here in the first one, Jeff.
1-3 in games decided by 5 points or less on the season. Citrus 2-2. Garcia, double team comes in. Lopez with another steal. 3-on-1 if they hurry. Lopez dribbled it off her leg and out of bounds. That's tough.
One of the things that...
If you're Barry Green on that ABC sideline, what a moment. And Lopez looking up to determine what to do, and right off her leg and out of bounds. Gives it right back. Now it's Mendoza. Lopez backs off. Shot clock at 13. They try to get it to Garcia. Jackson gets a hand on it. Now Garcia has it in the low post.
Great
out
defense.
To Escamilla, down to 2 on the shot clock and the strip steal. Cassell into the front court.
Need to get a good shot
Under
here
a
with a
minute to
1-point
go.
lead. Got to be looking at
Cassell
hard.
directs traffic. On the drive, step through the double team, and a foul, I should say a whistle.
Travel.
And a turnover on the travel. Yeah, Cassell can't believe it, but she steps through the double team here. And let's see how it looks, Michael. Oh, I don't think there's any question. I think it's a good call. There might have been some contact, but there's no question that multiple steps are taken there. Pretty clear shuffle of the feet. You might argue, I don't know if we're going to look at this one more time, but
we'll have a pretty good angle
maybe
of it
there was
here.
a little contact from Escamilla.
Picks up the dribble. She takes the extra dribble there. Pivot. 1, 2. Yeah, that's trouble.
Yeah, if she jumps through there and she can come to the straight jump stop.
Yeah, if she comes to
maybe.
the jump stop, it's not a travel. But she went 1, 2. You reestablish the pivot foot, and that's the letter of the rule.
Yeah, I think they got it right. 43.9 remaining in the ball game. Another one coming right down to the wire. Of course, earlier in our coverage, we had the West LA ABC game, and that one went down to the wire for the women as well, and the Marauders able to get the win at home. And that one trying
Cassell
to
with a late three in
protect
that one.
home court here again.
And Kristen Lopez on fire down the stretch in that game to get them back in it. They were down double digits, if memory serves, in that second half.
Yeah, they struggled in the third quarter, if my memory is right, and then came back with a good fourth to get the win.
2 timeouts left for both teams here, Story.
Valdez will bring it in to Riola. Valdez gets the screen from Garcia. She'll try for 3, no good.
Taylor.
A battle for the boards, and it's Taylor who chases it down in the corner. Down to 25.9. Taylor fouled in the backcourt, and Alyssa Taylor will head to the line where she shoots 40% for the season.
Jeff, you have to be really
Taylor
impressed with the evolution of Alyssa Taylor in this season. Just a couple weeks ago, she seemed a little reticent just to bring the ball up the floor. And now she's shared a large portion of the point guard duties, bringing the ball up and then getting extra opportunities for her team, second chance points.
First free throw tonight, no good. She's got one more coming. Up to 10 rebounds in the game. That's the highest total for AVC in this one.
It's better. And it's in.
The second one, 50-48. AVC with the 2-point lead. Timeout taken by Citrus. And Michael, again, you go back to the numbers for Citrus this season. A 2 will tie, a 3 would give them the win, but the 3-point shot has not been the calling card for the Owls this season. As a team, they hit a little under 3 a game. That number is bound to go up with Valdez continuing to get healthy. Maybe Nisi Gonzalez back into the fold as well. But I think if you're AVC here, you can dare them to beat you with a 3, Michael, I think.
You can. Just don't let anybody step into one. Contest it, but don't let them step into it. Seen a couple times here tonight. In particular, Gabriela Valdez with the ability to hit from 3, but stepping into it in rhythm. If they take one, fine, but don't let it be in rhythm. Don't let them get a solid open look, obviously. But if they make the 3, they make the 3.
Valdez will bring it in, and as the point you made moments ago about Lopez, you have to keep an eye on the inbounder.
I wonder if they maybe
kind of situation.
Think about taking a foul.
Riola looking for a lane, starts to drive. The runner is short, and Jackson yanks down the board. They're going to foul her in the backcourt, and Miracle Jackson will head to the line.
With timeout.
13.5 remaining, or I should say a timeout, before the foul committed on Jackson.
We get some clarification here.
And obviously, if you're ABC in this situation, you want to get the ball to Kristen Lopez, who shoots 85% from the foul line on the season. Far and away the best free throw shooter on the team. Next best would be Bridget Ignacio, just over 64%.
Indeed, Jeff, it was a timeout called before the foul occurred.
And you got to believe that Barry Green is drawing up a play here to get the ball into the hands of Kristen Lopez. Citrus with just 14 points in the second half. They were outscored 13-5. In the third quarter, as AVC came back from a 7-point deficit to take a 1-point lead. And just 9 on the board so far in the fourth quarter. They trail it by 2. And you have to give the Marauders a lot of credit. They've ratcheted it up defensively in this second half, and the Owls trying to avoid what would be a second straight heartbreaker here in the Western State South after they were well on their way against Glendale. Ignacio finds Taylor, and they'll foul Taylor. So good job by the Owls, Michael, keeping it out of the hands of Kristen Lopez. Now you make Alyssa Taylor step to the line.
You know, Taylor's numbers aren't reflective of how good her shooting form is. And you see on that last trip down, she went 1 of 2. She shortchanges the first one, but then she holds her finish on the second, and that's really been the Achilles heel. It's not a 1-on-1, it's 2 shots. Does she hold it? She held it. Oh, little tweak of the elbow there at an angle. She's going to go straight up with it.
Watch the offensive rebound here with Miracle Jackson on the left of your screen.
That one in.
Hits the second. That makes it a 3-point lead. Timeout on the floor. ABC trying to survive against Citrus. It's Marauder basketball on SoCalCollegeSports.com. The Owls will bring it in. Foul line extended left. 12.3 remaining.
Oh,
3 to tie. Rayola. Guarded by Cassell. Gets a screen from Williams. Long three for Mendoza, no good. Or I should say for Valdez as the horn goes off. And ABC gets the win 51-48.
exactly what you wanted. A bad three from way downtown. And the Marauders get the win here at home. Tough week for the Owls.
Yeah, Valdez eventually coming off the screen, but that's a great job by ABC to really force her about 7 or 8 feet outside the line. The Owls really feeling as though Valdez their best option to take that shot, and give the Marauders a lot of credit. I think they had that well diagnosed.
Yep.
And made it as tough a shot as possible. They get the miss. They get the win, 51-48 on the season. Now, ABC with their 8th win, they're 8-11. They've now won 2 straight. They're over 500 in the Western State South at 3-2. The Owls dropped to 7-14, 3-4 in conference play. We'll step aside, rejoin you, get you ready for the men's game. You're watching Marauder basketball here on SoCalCollegeSports.com.